Greetings, YouTubers. I'm here to talk about a subject which is well known to everyone, and that is the handshake. In our culture, we have a sort of a mythos that's grown up around the handshake, especially the firm handshake. So what exactly is the firm handshake? Is there something wrong with a handshake that's not firm? What's going on here? So it's a male thing to have a firm handshake. It's a male insecurity, actually, that your handshake might not be strong enough. You might not be strong enough. You might be weak. You might be feminine. You might be gay or something like that. So this is the reason why a lot of people have a handshake where they basically try to break your hand. And this has happened to me recently, and it's happened to a lot of other people I know. In fact, before making this video, right before I turned the camera on, I said, I should do a quick search and see if my experience is just see if I'm hallucinating this. And it's like, no, when you do a Google search for a crushing handshake, there are lots and lots of people out there that have been injured, lawsuits, all kinds of things, permanent injury to the hand from some person, guy, who wants to show you something, how strong they are. And unfortunately, it happens a lot to women. The guy will grab the woman's hand and pull it and start pumping it and crushing it, basically. So the crushing handshake is also what it's called when you search for it. So is it good? Is it a virtue? Is a soft handshake no good? I personally think that we could probably retire the handshake totally at this point. I don't think it would hurt anyone except the guys who want to, try to prove something. So anyway, it's been said that the handshake originated just like waving. Waving at someone shows that you're not carrying a weapon. Oh, I'm unarmed, one hand. I could be having the other weapon behind my back. And then the handshake kind of proves also that I am not holding a weapon. What can happen in social situations is that you are introduced to someone, and before you know it, oh, hi, how are you? And you reach out, and before you know it, your hand's crushed. And so what are you supposed to do? Start crushing first so that you don't get crushed, and you enter into a sort of a arms race sort of thing with people. You're supposed to look at people and kind of just try to size them up. Is this person going to crush my hand? Life's a little too complicated, and these events happen a little too fast to try to always guess or suss out the person, make a quick judgment, things like that. I mean, it literally happens so fast that you've got to figure out what you're doing. So anyway, I have some suggestions on how to avoid the handshake altogether, which is just the safest way possible to deal with this issue. And you know what? If people don't like it, if they're going to get all uptight and fussy because you didn't shake their hand, oh, well, that's even more silly than trying to go around crushing people's hands, isn't it? It's the kind of insecurity you would expect. So anyway, we can equate the firm handshake with the insecure person. Yeah, because there's no other reason to go around making some sort of a display of physical strength like that. So anyway, number one, basically, I don't shake hands. I'm sorry, I don't shake hands. And oh, well, you're gonna get probably a negative reaction from that. I take that personally. You don't engage in my little caveman ritual. So anyway, that's number one. That's a little more, Now another one that works very well. Number two is, oh, I'm sorry, I'm still contagious. And if they ask with what, well, you just don't go into that. Bubonic plague, VD, combination of that and everything else. And anyway, so that's a good one. Or number three, you can say, I'm sorry, my hand is injured. I can't shake hands at the moment. You don't have to say it was the last person you shook hands with that injured your hand. Now, as I said, I've been through this with people, and I've known other people that have. I've heard some stories recently. The worst episode I ever had years ago, I met a fellow, and literally, oh, hi, how are you? And I was smiling. It's like, he tried to break my hand. Literally, he tried to break my hand. And if it happened so fast, I didn't know what was going on. Had I known, I'd have probably socked him with my other hand. What are you doing? But it's like, what? So anyway, I asked someone later, who is that guy? What is he doing working here? I said, oh, well, he used to be a high school PE coach, but he was fired for assault against the students. It's like, well, that goes right along with that. That fits right in there. So anyway, don't be worried if you abstain from the handshake ritual, because, it's not your problem. And, actually, there's reason number 4. It's like, I'm sorry, but I've done a little research into handshaking. This is the wordy excuse. And due to the increasing number of injuries from people having their hands crushed by other people who insist on shaking hands, I am abstaining from handshaking. So anyway, that's my advice for you. And if you're a handbreaker, shame on you, really. And to the rest of you, hang in there. Protect your hands from these people, okay? Because they're out there. It's happening. It's quite an epidemic.